Hey, you seem a little down today.
My sister died.
Oh my God, you have a sister?
Oh, Fable 2.
You just got to that part? Wait, did you hear that? Sounds like a witch.
Where?
Put that down, you don't want to startle her.
Well, you know what? I can take care of this one. One shot.
You just want the achievement.
That's beside the point.
You just want to go in there shooting?
Yeah, that's how it always ends around here. Birthdays, Christmas, brisses, Tuesdays. All right, there you go. Okay, plan B.
What's plan B?
Hey guys, there's a vulnerable lady.
That's the new PA.
Really?
She said you were cute.
Sounds like somebody wants to take the Blair bus to Happy Town, because you know what I'm talking. It's a sexy. I'll show you. Hi there. Okay, that's here's what I'm working with. Naked, check. Crazy, check. Skin falling off your face at an alarming rate, not check. Don't want to do it. Sorry.
Come on, you gotta change this attitude.
No, her eyes they're big, they're crazy. I don't.
All right, man up, Butler.
I don't think so. Okay, first it's her. Funny. And we got the HR thing. I work here at the office. The girl still works here.
She doesn't have a boyfriend.
Oh, that's perfect. Tickles a little bit. Oh, lower. Oh, no, not there.
You shouldn't be so hard on yourself, Adam. I mean, there's nothing you could have done. I mean, your sister dies no matter what you do.
I know, but I never thought I'd be so attached to what's really just ones and zeros.
Oh, that's a sucking chest wound.
Today, we review the new WoW expansion, Wrath of the Lich King, as well as Sacred 2.
Then we go all access with Red Faction Guerrilla and reveal the most pirated games of 2008. X-Play starts now.
I haven't seen Blair around lately.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Parts of them I've seen.
All right, hello and welcome to X-Play, TV's most watched video game show. It's true. I'm Morgan Webb.
And I'm Adam Sessler. We're coming to you from the G4 studios in Los Angeles. Now, coming up on today's show, Blair Herder is going to reassemble himself, and he's going to head out to a not-so-secret military base to test the realism of first-person tactical shooter.
We're going to make him alive, and then we're going to kill him again. Then we have your review of Wrath of the Lich King. Find out if this expansion somehow manages to make World of Warcraft more addictive. Plus, Chris and Adam will be here with a Resistance 2 cheat that will have you picking up intel like a Homeland Security wiretap. But first, let's get all the day's top headlines in our gaming update.
First up, it sounds like PlayStation 3 owners will be home before the holidays. A recent report from UK website Times Online claims PlayStation Home is slated to become available to the public next Wednesday, just 9 days from today. While no official source for the release date was named in the report, Sony has stated that they have been working hard to release an open beta before the end of the year. Once released, Home will allow users to fully customize an avatar and meet up with friends in a virtual space. Next, we regret to report that Spore has been deemed the most pirated PC game of 2008. Website torrentfreak.com has estimated that Will Wright's Evolution Sim was downloaded over 1.7 million times this year. Both The Sims 2 and Assassin's Creed had over 1 million downloads, while Crysis and Command & Conquer 3 helped round out the top 5. Finally, Harmonix is about to reach 500 after the release of this week's No Doubt track pack, which features 13 master tracks from the band's 2003 singles album. Rock Band's song library will have reached the promised 500 tracks before the end of 2008. According to Harmonix, over 28 million Rock Band tracks have been downloaded to date. Songs from the No Doubt track pack will be available for the Xbox 360 on December 9th and the PlayStation 3 on December 11th. Well, that's it for today's gaming update. For the latest news, be sure to check out our website, g4tv.com/xplay. For now, let's head over to Morgan, who has no love for ninja looters.
Just when you thought your troll mage was as powerful as possible, Blizzard went and released an expansion and raised the World of Warcraft level cap. They also added some new real estate and an impressive story that takes you inside the Lich King's wrathful world. As you'll see in our review, it all works out beautifully. If If you've been wondering where your friends, coworkers, or significant others have been for the past couple weeks, it's a safe bet that they're huddled in front of their PCs. Yes, World of Warcraft just opened its long-awaited second expansion, Wrath of the Lich King. Most everyone already knows about the 3 biggest features to Wrath: a raise in the level cap from 70 to 80, the unexplored continent of Northrend, and the Death Knight, a brand new player class. There are 11 new zones, but if you think that all of Northrend is a vast, frozen wasteland, think again. Each area has its own particular feel, from the steep cliffs of the Howling Fjord to Sholazar Basin, a tropical petri dish for the gods of Azeroth. And did I mention the Wolford Brimley-esque walrus men?
Your disposition is fishy.
Death Knights are the other major draw in the expansion. Think of them as sort of an anti-paladin, a caster tank that draws on the power of undeath itself through a rune system. Death Knights are available to anyone with a level 55 character or above. They have their own unique starting area that ranks as one of the crowning achievements in the game. From the moment you create your character, you'll be interacting with Arthas as you attack a nearby town. Is it fun to run around raising the dead and slaughtering innocent civilians from atop a dragon? Let's ask this random walrus man.
Yes, Shaloshka.
The area uses a new quest mechanic called phasing. As you progress through the quests, the environment updates. Eventually, you'll actually be able to take over the town. This technology pops up in all kinds of unexpected places, from a flight path you have to help build, to a massive battle at the gates of Ice Crown Glacier that culminates in the game's very first cutscene.
I was wondering if you'd show up. I couldn't let the Alliance have all the fun today.
Our major complaint is that Lich King is truly geared at players who are at or near level 70. There's no new old world content. Still, Lich King brings more to the game than any previous patch or expansion. There's so much more that we didn't have time to mention here, and oh, what the heck. Awesome music, improved graphics, a PvP zone, siege weapons, and destructible buildings. Whew. Wrath of the Lich King gets 5 epic battles out of 5.
I find it vaguely cruel and unusual that Blizzard decides to put this out among all the other games coming out, because it's the time commitment and stuff.
Well, they're trying to hit the Christmas market just like everybody else is, and maybe they think that people who play WoW don't necessarily play other games.
That's
I can
true.
say that I have not had time to play WoW lately. I just don't have the time.
Blizzard doesn't need the Christmas market. This thing you could put
We're
out on
paying.
days ago. They
We're
could put it out on
paying
December, on February 29th of 2007, and people would still buy it even though the day doesn't exist.
I know. That's
Occasionally, we get an assignment for a piece on the show that involves guns and possible bodily harm.
Yeah, actually, that's when Adam and I both turn to one another and say, "Gosh, what is Blair doing today?"
Then we tell them about it, and then we describe it as a pony petting show. It's really good. It's so funny when we do that to him.
Okay, so everybody talks about the realism in video games like Call of Duty 4 or Rainbow Six Vegas, and we want to see how true that really is. So we're out at Cannon Air Force Base in Clovis, New Mexico.
Control Force basically is an anti-terrorism force protection training company. We do all close quarter combat, hand-to-hand combat, shooting on the move, everything you basically play on your video games.
Tony and Don actually supplement live training with online gaming.
What we do is we virtually train them, then we go there in person, because we already got to know each other online, and then we go live. The best counter doing that is what? A gun.
A lot of the stuff that we see on that screen, we've done a lot of clearing of rooms and houses, convention centers. We're going, man, that's just like it.
The hostage rescue. I want you to go in there and eliminate all hostiles. How copy?
Now, you're a Rainbow Six guy, correct? Tell me about your Rainbow Six experience.
Been playing it ever since it first came out. Got the clan out there. I like to play against. It's that CF team. Always get my ass kicked every single time.
Clear! Do you feel like they've recreated what it's like to kind of enter and clear a room?
Yes, it is. You have no idea what to expect.
In the online world, Controlled Force has set up its own Xbox Live clans.
These kids, young adults, are learning how to become team leader. They need to find 9 players to be put underneath them to structure them as a full-blown team. They need to know how to take charge, how to tell who to go where and what to do.
And what have real soldiers got to say to developers?
Keep it up, your games kick ass.
A man of few words, but deadly, deadly skills. I want to thank the staff and security forces at Cannon Air Force Base for having us out here, and Tony and Donnie from Control Force. That's all we got, guys. I think we're done here.
No, that ain't all we got. We just go. Come here.
Now we're done.
I need to learn that trick to take care of Blair myself. And I gotta say, when those guys talk, is it me or does everyone want to have like a sausage on a big bun? Anyway, the Ready to Rumble series has been missing from consoles since the days of the Dreamcast, and Atari is looking to bring the boxer out of retirement very soon. Hey, if it worked for Rocky Balboa, can it work for Afro Thunder, right? Here's your all-access look at the comeback. It's Ready to Rumble Revolution. Those all too familiar words are a call to arms within the rings of high-stakes boxing. And with Ready to Rumble Revolution, you'll get some dip for that chip on your shoulder in the form of celebrity parodies you might just recognize. We sat down with associate producer David Giodelkian to talk about the arcade phase return on the Wii.
I mean, this is a great melding here of both arcade action and an actual technical fighter. There's over 8 fighting styles that are really going to affect not only your animation sets, but your actual moves that you can pull off. You've got your hook, you've got your uppercut, you've got your jab. We do have the return of the Rumble KO, of course. Rumble mode is in there. We're never going to strip it of its arcadey roots. We've got 20 celebrity caricatures out there, and they're really, really fun. We've got Red D'Amato, who's really taking a bunch of extreme sports by storm. And of course, there's Kaiser Kong. Kaiser Kong is an incredibly powerful man, not only in Hollywood, but in government. Championship mode, on top of being the easiest way to unlock all the celebrity parodies, it's a great sort of progression from the gutter to the top. We've got a couple of different multiplayer options. We've got our quick match, of course, if you just want to go in there and bash the crap out of your friends. But then we've got a team setup, which will allow you to create kind of a mini tournament and progress on a one-on-one basis.
Look for Ready to Rumble Revolution in the spring of 2009.
Coming up on X-Play, Kristen Adams is here to help you scoop up all the hidden intel in the prologue of Resistance 2 and give you a keen insight on some of your favorite characters. Then we've got an RPG review armed and ready for action. Be here for the brutally honest word on Sacred 2, Fallen Angel. Plus, the game that coined the term geomodding returns. It's Red Faction Guerrilla. It's the most dangerous Mars has been since Quaid said, "Hey, Benny, screw you!" All this and more. Don't miss it. Yeah. Today's gaming update is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Visit progressive.com.
Welcome back to X-Play. In Resistance 2, you'll often find yourself occupied with waves of chimera swine and the occasional kraken. So running around aimlessly looking for intel, it might seem dangerous. Kristen Adams is here to make the search all the more efficient.
Thanks, Adam. In the game's prologue, you'll probably be too busy avoiding rockets from the Goliath to really have time to stop and smell the roses. If you want to learn more about the Resistance 2 universe and add another trophy to your collection, here's what you do. There's a lot going on in Resistance 2, what with all the death and destruction and possible end of all mankind. So collecting intel might be low on your list of priorities, but we want to change that. That's why we're going to walk you through finding intel in the prologue.
Take this and follow me.
After you follow Blake to the detention wing, you'll end up in a room. Blake will go to the control panel and you'll busy yourself by killing some hybrids. This is when Daedalus will make his first appearance. You just stand by and let him do his thing. After his escape, follow Blake into the room that Daedalus was in. Make your way over to the catwalk. Sure, it doesn't look too stable, but you need to walk up it. If you follow it to the end, that's where you'll find your first piece of intel. Pick it up. Next, you're going to the airfield. Forget about the Goliath and go with Blake to the underground passage. When you get to the passage, Blake is going to take a right into a small room, but you should just continue going straight. And there's your second piece of intel. It's all yours. And there you go. You're welcome. Be sure to check G4TV.com/cheat for the latest tips and tricks. Right now, I'm going to send it back over to Adam.
Now, if you like your RPGs chock full of grinding, then we've got the game for you. Sacred 2 Fallen Angel features a vast world and enough grinding to make you feel like a World of Warcraft gold farmer somewhere out in Slovakia. Find out more in this review.
You're past your fantasy action RPG phase, but think again, because Sacred 2 might change your mind. Sacred 2 is a prequel to the original Sacred, but in all honesty, the plot is not exactly the crowning glory of this game. The story has something to do with this magical blue goop called T-Energy, but you can go right ahead and ignore all that, okay? What you will want to do is explore the gigantic world and all it has to offer. There's a main quest, but you'll more likely have fun with the many side objectives. In fact, there's so much to do, you might even forget to put some pants on.
Nice day, isn't it?
But at least you have pockets. You'll do a lot of zigzagging all over the map, which means a lot of walking. That is, until you get yourself a mount. Each of the 6 characters has their own special mode of transportation. So take a spin on your horse or your tiger, and pants be damned. But pants or no pants, you might grow tired of all the leveling and grinding. And that's where the online play steps in. Online gives you more ways to play. In campaign mode, you can form a party with up to 5 players and avoid the game's mediocre AI, and up to 16 players can get in on the action in the free play and PvP modes.
Time to die.
The combat is straightforward. Left click for melee and ranged attacks, and right click for your mystical fare. And you can give your mouse a break with keyboard shortcuts for just about everything.
I will grant you a quick death.
The graphics, nothing to write home about, but they're solid. And while the enemies lack detail, the character models make up for it. The game doesn't really do anything new, but it does the old stuff well. The story's not going to pull you in, but if you like to make your own adventure, pants off and saddle up. Sacred 2 Fallen Angel slays 4 gnomes out of 5.
Victory!
Be the first to know the technological future with GeForce coverage of CES 09 Live.
We're covering the year's most innovative gadgets, gears, and gizmos live from the motherboard of all tech shows.
G4 brings you TV's most extensive live coverage. CES 09 Live, January 8th and 9th, presented by Acura Advance. Only on G4. Check out g4tv.com/CES for updates.
Now, when X Play continues, we'll get our asses to Mars when we go all access with Red Faction Guerrilla.
But first, try to get some of that useless knowledge out of your head with this trivia question.
The Sacred series takes place on which fictional continent? Is it A, Krynn, B, Ancaria, or C, Numenor? The answer right after this. Before the break, we asked you which fictional continent the Sacred series takes place on. The answer is B, Ancaria.
Welcome back to X-Play. We all know Mars isn't hospitable, thanks to NASA spending a couple billion on some rovers with adorable names like Opportunity and Spirit and Sojourner. But everything you need to know about Mars is in Red Faction Guerrilla, and we have your all-access look. There's the new Red Faction coming out, and X-Play's got the scoop on your latest trip to Mars.
Faction Guerrilla picks up 50 years after the events of Red Faction 1. Gamers take control of Alec Mason, and Alec is forced to reluctantly join the Red Faction. And they're now working to overthrow the EDF. We decided after 2 games we didn't just want to repeat ourselves. We wanted to have destruction, true destruction that no one's ever seen before.
In this new game, anything can serve as a weapon to your advantage.
Take out your remote charges, attach them to the side of the smokestack, blow up the side of that smokestack, cause it to collapse, smash into that guard tower. There's EDF convoys that travel throughout the world. Create a massive bomb under that bridge. Wait for the convoy to come over, detonate it, destroy it. Then Red Faction also features a truly dynamic cover system. The player can take cover against any surface in the game, but on the other hand, if you stay somewhere for too long, you're probably going to suffer.
As for the weapons, well, the guerrillas have to adapt mining tools into engines of destruction.
One of them is called the arc welder. It was a welding tool that they've turned into a weapon. Another weapon, the remote charges. These are just charges that they would use down in the mines, but they're the perfect weapon.
Those
those who played the beta version will recognize some familiar backpacks.
Those were Rhino, which allowed you to charge through any structure or building or wall. There was a jetpack, which, as you can imagine, is, well, it's a jetpack, lets you fly. The multiplayer that's in the final version will ship with all these backpacks, but with also a handful of additional backpacks.
Check out the all-new goodies when Red Faction Guerrilla hits store shelves next March.
Tomorrow on X-Play, it's our 6th annual Best of the Year Awards. Don't miss a single announcement as we run down our winners in every heated category. Best Shooter, Most Original New Game, Best New Character, and many, many more. It's a full hour of awards and accolades, celebrating the year's best of the best. We've got all the top titles, and we'll crown one of them Game of the Year. Be here to see if your favorites take home the ultimate honor. Plus, we've got something up our sleeve. Don't miss a special announcement by one of gaming's biggest names. The ceremonies kick off at 8, only on X-Play.
And up next, our Gears of War special.
Thanks for watching X-Play.